Good morning everyone, how are you today? Hope that you are fine. Today we are going to start Unit 5, Lesson 5A, Walking the Amazon for Primary 6. Now I want all of you to move with me to slide number 2 in order to check the text that we are having today, or if you are having the book, please I want all of you to open page 62 in order to check the text. So please pay attention to what we are going to say today because it's a very important lesson, it's very enjoyable by the way. Let me start with, here we are having 3 titles. The first one, Exploring the Amazon, Amazon Adventure, Walking the Amazon. Here we are going to start to choose one of these ideas in order to be the title of this lesson. So please, I want all of you to pay attention to the details that we are going to say in this text, and then we are going to choose the most proper title that we are going to choose for the text. Now, let's read. When British explorer Ed Stafford announced that he wanted to become the first person to walk the 4,000-mile length of the Amazon from source to sea, most people said that he couldn't do it. They said there was no way any human could survive such a long and dangerous journey. This made Stafford even more determined to prove them wrong. Determined here means to insist to prove that they are wrong. In April 2008, Stafford set off with another trekker, and trekker here means someone or the person who go for these long journeys in order to discover new places, who returned home after 3 months. Stafford continued and was joined by a Peruvian forester, Cho, who stayed with him until the end of the journey. Stafford had estimated, or the word estimate here means to judge or to predict that the time or the length of the journey, had estimated that it would take him a year to complete the journey. However, by the time he reached the Atlantic Ocean on the other side of the continent, he had been walking continuously for 860 days. Through the expedition, he had to carry 40 kilograms on his back, which required a lot of strength. A lot of this weight was batteries for the satellite videos, for the satellite video phone and laptop, which he used to write a blog of his experience. Of course, what is the evidence that he went along the Amazon for this long journey and for this long time? Of course, he need to approve this through the satellite gadgets like the satellite video and laptop and so on. So he actually was carrying so many gadgets and so many devices like this, and actually the total weight of the things or of his luggage was about 40 kilograms. Along the way, Stafford faced many dangers and challenges. He and Cho often had to cross swamps and rivers with only small inflatable rafts, and we said before the inflatable here means all these things that they are able to be blown by the air in order to take a shape and to be used like the floats, like the balloons and so on. And actually the meaning of the word swam means the place where you can find it's a little bit shallow and you can find mud and water. It's not a very comfortable place to walk in, and actually these places are always full of insects and something like this. So they came across giant poisonous snakes, electric eels, jaguars, crocodiles, monkeys, and many dangerous insects. They were continuously attacked by mosquitoes, and Stafford was stung. So what does it mean, stung? Something like if you are having a scorpion or something like this, and it has got a very sharp and thin or wounded by a sting. So in this case, if you are just be attacked by this, so you are stung. So Stafford was stung twice by scorpions during the journey. A fly buried itself into his head, and he also suffered a tropical skin disease. And actually this is kind of disease that makes your skin red and full of or covered with red spots, and you always just make like this because actually it's very painful disease. Sometimes they were forced to survive by eating whatever they could hunt or find. Their diet, and diet here not for losing weight only, but I wanted to correct this word for all of you. The word diet means the system or the style of eating that you are managing to eat, whatever you are using it, even for losing weight or for gaining much more weight. So it doesn't matter losing weight to use the word diet, but it means the system or your style of eating. So here their diet sometimes consists of plants, piranha fish, wild cats, and even tortoises. Some of the dangers they faced were from humans. The maps they used were often unreliable, which means untrue, and on several occasions they arrived at areas to get supplies, which means to get more food and water, and found that logging companies had completely cleared them away. If I say that logging companies had completely cleared them away, in these places you can find that so many big or so many famous companies can erase or make the area clear from the companies or from the people that they are living there in order to build something or in order to get the supplies from the nature of what they are wanting, even to find plants, to find animals, whatever the reason is. But actually this caused that these areas or the stops or the stations that they are on the map, where you can find some supplies of food and water, when you reach it to this point, you're not going to find anything. So it's a little bit dangerous for the people who went on journeys like this. So they were problems, the native people, the people or the real people that they are living there. Several isolated communities living in the jungle was Stafford and Cho as a threat, something dangerous, and the chased ran after them with knives and guns. On one occasion, they avoided an attack by agreeing to pay the community chief to be their guide. Actually, in these places, you can find the people there were divided into groups, and each group has a master or has a chief, who is also responsible for running the matters or running the policies of this group. And actually, in some occasion, more for one or more, they avoid the attack by knives and guns by agreeing to pay for the chief in order to lead them to the way they want to go. Many people found it difficult to understand why Stafford wanted to put his life in such danger. He explained that no one had achieved anything like this before. That was a good enough reason for doing it. Moreover, he hoped his expedition here means the trip or the journey that you make it for scientific reasons or for scientific purpose, in order to discover something, in order to find something, to prove something for the science. He hoped that his expedition would make people more aware of the destruction of the rainforest, sometimes waiting to be a record breaker, and the need for adventure can push people to incredible achievements. If that can also help a good cause, it makes it even more remarkable. Actually, the meaning of this final sentence is that to make something new, to help people to even discover something that's really new for all of them, and your deep inside desire to be a record breaker, to do something or to do such a huge or such a remarkable achievement is really a good reason to push you go through the dangers or the risk, whatever it is. Now let's move to slide number 4 in order to check what we are having here for the new vocab. We are going to start with announce, to make something known in an official way. Determined, firmly decided. Trekker, a person who goes on a long journey on feet. Continent, a very large area of land such as Africa, Asia. Estimate, to guess or to judge. Continuously, without stopping. Expedition, long journey for special purpose. Strength, being physically strong, your body is strong. Supplies, food and other ordinary things needed by people every day in particular areas such as food, such as water, such as even if you are in need for medicine in such places. So this is also supplies. Isolated, a long way and difficult to reach. Community, a group of people living together. Let's move to slide number 5 and starting from number 15. To avoid, to keep away from something or someone. Achieve, to gain something by effort or skill. Destruction, the action of causing a lot of damage. Threat, warning that somebody may be hurt or there is a dangerous. Record breaker, someone or something that beats the previous result or record in a sport or an activity or something like this. The rainforest, a thick forest of tall trees which found in tropical areas, and the tropical areas means the areas that they are very hot and also you can find a lot of rain there. Aware, having knowledge of a situation of fact. Let's move to slide number 6. Voyage, a journey by ship or spacecraft. Tour, an organized trip during which you travel different places. Cruise, a holiday during which you travel on a ship. Journey, traveling from one place to another. Flight, a journey by plane. Excursion means a short journey usually made for the pleasure. If you are going to go for excursion, that means you are going to enjoy yourself or to enjoy your time. And actually, I think they are like the weekend vacations or the weekend holiday that you can go there and travel even for any place that you want in order to spend a little bit to relax and relieve yourself back again. Then you come back again to your work. Boss, somebody with a high rank in an organization. Leader, somebody in control of group. Now let's move to slide number 7 in order to check your understanding to the text and to the words that we have mentioned. So please, are you ready for answering some questions? Let's start them. Okay, number 1, Egypt Air announced, advertised, told or talked that the flight to London will be cancelled due to the bad weather, and due to here means because of. So Egypt Air announced. Luckily, the car crashed. He survived, and survive means to still or to continue being alive despite of the very dangerous situation or the very bad circumstances that you went through. The students to achieve their goals. The students determined to achieve their goals. That was injured in the accident. The tracker. The engineer that the project would take few weeks to be completed. So the engineer estimated. How many are there in the world? How many continents? Yes, exactly. Let's move to slide number 8. A group of biologists went in a or an expedition. The team didn't have that to continue the match. The strength. It was a real for us to go down cliff on a rope. Challenge. What exactly are soft and wet land? Swamps. Actually, to this point, we have reached the end of our session. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being with you. I'm going to meet you back again in the next session and with a new lesson. And I hope that you really enjoyed your journey with me. Thank you so much.